Alright guys, Case and Lindy here from 4Barrel CrossFit, and today we're talking about the overhead squat. So the first thing that we want to point out in the overhead squat is our hand position and our foot position. So she's going to have a wide grip on this barbell. We're using the PVC today to represent the barbell. And then also she's going to start out just a little bit wider than she typically would on a regular squat. And that's mainly for beginners, teaching them to get into a proper torso position. So go ahead and just show me your regular squat stance. So her regular squat stance is going to be right at about shoulder width. And this is kind of the one time that we'll say it's okay to go just a little bit wider as long as that knee is not falling inside of that toe. So go ahead and establish that little bit wider stance. Good. From here, she's going to go ahead and press that barbell out overhead. And what we're looking for here is for the barbell to be right over top of the base of the spine, or sometimes we'll give the cue right over top of the ear. Also, the inside of the elbow is facing the sky. She's physically pulling apart on that bar, and she's pressing up through the rib cage. Go ahead and just demo a few for me. So as she goes for the squat, she keeps that barbell over her center of gravity. She's constantly pulling that bar apart and pressing up and in the whole time. Go ahead and relax. You can bring the barbell down for a second, making sure that that elbow does not bend, and making sure that the barbell is supported by the muscles and not letting kind of bone on bone come into contact. So from here, let's talk about a couple things that we might want to avoid when in the overhead squat. So go ahead and give me the chest diving, kind of shoulders rolling back. A lot of times people will compensate for either positioning or mobility issues by pulling back on the barbell too far and getting to stay in the bottom form if you can, getting way too much of a torso angle. This is a position we don't want to be in. Go ahead and correct that for me if you can. So we want that torso to be as upright as possible, barbell staying right over her center of gravity and completely stacked out so that she can handle the pressure of that bar. Good, go ahead and come up. Also, something that we see a lot of times is people tend to send the hips back a little bit too far in this squat, thus not giving them the proper torso angle. So go ahead and kind of show us that, and just go slow for me. So she sends the hip back way too far first, and you can see she already has this huge torso angle at this point. So from here, she's not going to be able to get in the proper torso position in the bottom, thus kind of getting into a bad overall squat position. Go ahead and bring it back up. That's going to be it for overhead squat. See you guys next time.